Hi, everybody. Elgin again. Continuing on in our Bible study, sharing with you my thoughts, my feelings, and insights into a book I'm studying, or it's Mark chapter 16. Now, in a previous broadcast, I incorrectly said Matthew chapter 16. And so if you turn to that scripture, you probably scratched your head and said, "What is this guy talking about?" And you probably picked up rocks to try to stone me. Probably bounced off the computer screen. So forgive me. I'm having a senior moment. I read it wrong. It's Mark chapter 16. But I said I wanted to continue more with that, so we're in 16. And I'm in verse 14. I want to focus some more on that. Jesus appears first to Mary Magdalene, tells her, "Hey, go tell the disciples I'm alive," just like I said. They tell her, rather she tells them, they don't believe her. He appears to two more of the disciples and said, "Hey, guys, I'm alive, just like I said. Go tell everybody else." They run and tell them, they don't believe them. Finally, in verse 14, he appears to everybody, and he's not happy. Here's what it says. I'm reading out of the King James. "Afterwards he appeared, Christ, unto the 11, who, the disciples, as they sat at meat, as they were eating, and upbraided them," chastised them, "with what? With their unbelief and hardness of heart." Can you believe that? After spending all of that time seeing Jesus, walking with him, talking with him, like I said in the last broadcast, smelling his breath, hearing what he had to say about his death, about his resurrection, and still having unbelief and hardness of heart. And let me tell you, unbelief and hardness of heart are the two main things. Look at my fingers. They're the two main things. Unbelief and hardness of heart are the two main things that will keep you from believing God and moving forward. Without faith, it's impossible to please him. And it makes sense. Because without faith, without trust, oh my goodness gracious, you cannot go any further. Could you imagine being on a street corner and the light is green and you have no faith that the cars are not going to run you over? Now, this is really a bad analogy because you can really have a drunk driver who can just run you over. But I'm assuming everybody is sane behind the wheel. Could you imagine not going forward? You have to exercise faith to do that. I believe, based on what I know about the traffic laws, that you will not run me down. So faith isn't mysterious. We exercise it every day. Okay? And this will, if we don't have faith in basic things, it will freeze us and keep us from doing things. You won't eat your breakfast cereal. Why? Well, they poisoned my Fruit Loops. I don't know what they're putting into that. You won't believe your boss at the end of the week. I'm not doing any work. I have no way of knowing if you're going to pay me. So faith is a foundational thing. We all have it. We all use it. We all exercise it. So stop pretending that this is just a religious word that you can't grasp. Okay? Because we use faith and we exercise it every day. So all I'm asking you to do, all God is asking you to do, hey, just do a mind shift. Just do what you do normally and apply it to me. If you don't do that, you're never going to enter in. And I'm assuming if you're listening to this, you want to enter in. To continue, he gives them a charge as disciples. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, not creature, to everybody. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. The emphasis is on the believing. And these signs, I want to focus on this, and these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents, and they shall drink any. And if they drink any deadly thing, it will not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. Now let's stop there. These signs, these behaviors, these actions will follow them that believe. He is talking about what? He's talking about the people that believe in him. His disciples, his followers, his children, born again believers. These signs shall follow. Ask yourself a question. Am I a believer? If the answer is yes, ask yourself another question. Are these signs following me? Am I living this out? Am I walking this out? And if you're not, ask yourself why. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go find yourself some snakes and pick them up. Or that you go to your local bar and said, I'll take a glass of poison just to prove my point. Not suggesting that. In fact, I think there Jesus was talking metaphorically. Because in another scripture he says, I give you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and all the power of the enemy. Now, obviously, come on, guys. He wasn't talking about stomping snakes and spiders and scorpions. He's talking metaphorically, talking about the power of the enemy. Ask yourself this question. Keep asking yourself this question. Are these things following me? Just think about that, and we'll come back in another broadcast to talk about that some more.